Good evening, judges from the Changemakers contest. My name is Seungwoo, who is the only founder, director, and project manager of Mountain Climbers, an in-school and external SDG implementation project that aims to address the 12th UN SDG goal, which is sustainable production and consumption. For a brief introduction, I won the 8th Ideas for Change contest, an imminent contest hosted by the United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, in which I was granted the opportunity to present in front of more than 200 intergovernmental officials at Incheon Metropolitan City on November 3rd at the 8th iteration of Regional Symposium. I'm more than happy to introduce the journey to everyone, and let's get started. In the current global world that we're living in, we have more than 25% of fashion related products end up as waste without being consumed, according to UNDESA, indicating the vast extent to which the trend of fast fashion is aggravating the issue of unsustainable, detrimental consumption to the globe. Not only that, but more than 80% of clothes are discarded as general waste, meaning that the current transportation network of clothes is unclear in resolving enormous clothing waste. Ultimately, this phenomenon creates so-called textile mountains in less developed economic nations such as Ghana, in which vast amounts of clothes are indiscriminately imported by developed nations as clothing waste. Interestingly, non-governmental organizations, which are supposed and obligated to alleviate the problem through clear revealing of clothing transportation destinations, are the ones who are actually aggravating the problem by acting as textile merchants or those who actually resell the clothes in a very cheap amount. Granted, according to the Red Cross, non-governmental organizations often encourage and aid in the organization of these donations, with centers in Australia regularly accepting clothing donations from local schools. However, 70% of clothing that is donated globally from schools, community spaces, and public bodies tends to be sold by textile merchants who ship the clothing to sub-Saharan Africa. Thus, this action done by NGOs not only violates the original purpose of donors who want their donated clothes to be given with benign intentions, but also creates a lack of transparency in the clothing donation network to truly donate their clothes to people who are in real need of them. Ultimately, Mountain Climbers as an organization tackles this real-world global-scale problem through both local and practical means. By creating a website that directly connects supply and demand, where welfare organizations can request clothing, specifying types and sizes, and where those requests are directly forwarded to organizations, we aim to improve the efficiency in aiding those in need while restoring public transparency in the clothing drive initiatives through revealing of clear destinations of where the clothes are being donated. To be clear, the individuals who are defined as supply are those who are willing to donate clothes or have affordable clothing drives, such as Korean international schools or clothing drive organizations in South Korea who are willing to donate their clothes to these initiatives. On the other hand, the demand chain of the website includes people who will request necessary amount of clothes that are defined to be local welfare centers, youth shelters, organizations, and orphanages. By doing so, we can bestow meaningful social impact on our community by serving as an epitome organization that minimizes domestic clothing waste by connecting people who want donate clothes and those who are in real need of them. We can also restore transparency of clothing drive initiatives by directly revealing the number of clothes requested, the destinations of the donated clothes, and the current status of clothing delivery that are updated in our website. So far, we have more than 180 clothes uploaded and stored in the Youth Impact Office, meaning that we have an ample amount of clothes to initiate donation initiative. Additionally, on September 6th, I'm escalating an in-person meeting with the Happy Tree Plus Scholarship Foundation to ensure that we have a clear supplier organization that can facilitate us to get this vast amount of clothes donated to places where they are in real need of them in Seoul. Furthermore, I'm in the process of making this project to become an in-school implementation project under our Vice Principal, Mr. Chris Devakio's support, managing collaborations with our school's coding club and community service club for donation campaigns. Ultimately, my final objective is to link the website to our school's homepage so that more people at our SIS are incentivized and interested in using the website.